Charleston Public Library. Your youth services team is on the move again. Miss Meow Meow and I, and Miss Toby and Miss Annette, who are behind the scenes somewhere in the museum, are here to visit with you. And we are very fortunate to have Miss Cindy with us, who is the Director of Education at the museum. And guess who's here with us? Meow Meow. She is so excited. Miss Cindy's going to take us around to all different parts of the museum. So you're going to tell us a little bit about Huntington Museum of Art.
Absolutely. So the Huntington Museum of Art is just a wonderful treasure. We are located, of course, in Huntington, West Virginia. So a little bit of a trip from South Charleston, but we would love to have you guys come and visit. And the museum opened in 1952 on this acreage, and it has kind of expanded since then. We now are a bigger facility, and we have over 16,000 pieces of art in our collection.
16,000! That's a lot of art.
That's a lot of art. So a good portion of it is stored and comes out from time to time, so it gets new exhibits come on display. But we'll take a peek through the museum today and just kind of show you some of the things that are on display now and have you come back and visit when you can, because we'd love to see you.
Wonderful. So let's go exploring. Meow Meow's ready.
Hi everyone. We're here in the Weisberg Gallery of the Huntington Museum of Art, and this exhibit that's on display right now is works by African American artists from the museum's collection. This particular piece is by Tina Williams Brewer. She was born here in Huntington, West Virginia. She now lives in Pennsylvania, and this is one of her quilt works. And so she pieces a lot of different items together to tell a story. And so this piece is actually telling a story about West Virginia, and it's about the Gauley Bridge. I just saw a piece. I follow the American Folk Art Museum, which is in New York, and they just put a piece of his up on their Facebook page yesterday. And I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yes, because you got one of those.
Yes.
I love the silver work. I think it's nifty.
So cool.
Alright. Pretty. Oh, you go ahead whenever. If you think of something, just stop me. I'm just.
I was to say, do you want to get like shots and then
Yeah. I love these two. I'm just. We've gone ahead of pretty face. Alright, there we go.
We've moved on to the Glass and Decorative Arts Gallery, and this particular case is full of what's called cameo glass. And cameo glass is a specific type of glass made by Pilgrim, which is a company that was in West Virginia. It's no longer a company, unfortunately. But the really cool thing about the cameo glass is that when they make the glass, they put layers on top of layers on top of layers. So you might have a piece of glass that has 8 or 9 colors in it, and then the artist, Kelsey Murphy, would actually carve back through the glass and expose the different layers and create these beautiful scenes on the glass using her techniques. everyone. I'm here with Meow Meow, and we are in what's known as the Daywood Gallery of the Huntington Museum of Art. And this gallery was built in the late 60s, 1970s, and it was due to a grant that the museum received to expand the museum. And then we also received a gift of over 400 pieces of art from Ruth Woods Dayton. And she and her husband Arthur, on their wedding, for their wedding, they received art, and from them they started to collect art, and they amassed this wonderful collection of over 400 pieces. After Arthur died, of course, Ruth continued to collect and amass this collection, and she just realized she couldn't take care of it anymore, so she wanted it to go to somewhere where it could be seen. And so it came here to the museum. We expanded the museum and were able to include all the work here. I'm standing next to Joyce. This is a piece by Howard Somerville, and everybody loves Joyce because Joyce follows you no matter where you go. If you watch her eyes, she will watch you from every corner of the museum. So here we are in the Tuma Near Eastern Gallery, and all the works in this space are from the Near East, from Syria, and that part of the world. And this particular room we call the Damascus room, and it was actually hand-carved. All the pieces of wood were hand-carved in Syria and brought over here to be installed as part of this exhibition. And so most of what you would find in here, you might find in someone's home, someone's living room that lived in Syria that was somewhat wealthy. Here we are in the Herman P. Dean Firearms Collection, and this room is full of antique firearms. It starts out with kind of the journey of weapons. And we have here in our first case a crossbow and some of the arrowheads and even a mace. And then from there things progressed to firearms, to guns. And so throughout the entire exhibition we have different examples of guns and the changes, the technology that they've gone through to become, well, most of what we have is through the late 1800s, through the Revolutionary War, through the Civil War.
Excellent.
So in this case here, we are showcasing some of the pioneer weapons, things that were used by the American frontiersmen. These are Kentucky long rifles, and you'll notice this one here at the bottom actually is carved with Daniel Boone's name. So we like to say that that was his gun for sure. And the Kentucky rifle, the Kentucky long rifle was used by the frontiers to really help them hunt for food, but then to also protect their land. And in the next case, we have a collection of powder horns. And so early on, gunpowder needed to be kept dry before it went into bullets. It needed to be kept dry, and so people would use the horns of animals to hold their gunpowder, and then they could easily carry that with them. And what's really great about these examples here are that the people who own them actually carved into them, and so they have very detailed maps on them. There are lots of dates on them. Some of them have just fantastical imagery like mermaids. So it's really neat to see the different ways that people personalized their powder horns.